Alright, you probably clicked this video because you hate your 9 to 5, but the problem isn't your 9 to 5, the problem is you. Alright, so anybody that consistently works at least like 40 hours a week, and you also want to achieve something, whether that's personal goals, physical goals, spiritual goals, and sometimes when you work that much, it's easy to point the finger at that. I know we all come home from a long day of work, and it's like our body feels fatigued, and then we just get into bed and we give the rest of our night to a distraction like maybe TikTok, Twitter. For me, whatever distraction that is for you, you give it to that. But if you truly break down how much hours you have in a week, you need to stop pointing the finger at that job and point that finger at you. There's 168 hours in a week. If you factor in 40 hours of work and 40 hours of sleep, you want to know how many hours that leaves you to do whatever you want? Because God made you with free will to do whatever in this world you could possibly want to do. You want to know how many hours you have? That leaves you with 56 hours in the week. That's 8 hours a day. The problem isn't the 9 to 5. The problem is your comfort. The one thing I would say about 9 to 5s is it becomes a routine. And with routine brings comfort. And with comfort brings complacency. And complacency is the devil's playground. There's some things that you have on your head that you want to do, but in the mornings you can't find a discipline in yourself to give yourself time in the morning, whether that's to work out, even make breakfast, whatever it is in your mind. I can only think of the things I want to do, you get what I'm saying? And I can only speak from my personal experience of when I become victim to this mindset that the 9 to 5 is the problem. You can't have the discipline because your comfort in this routine of waking up, brushing my teeth, getting dressed, going into work, getting out of work, going home, taking a shower, and then I lay on my bed. Then whoop, an hour just went by. Now an hour and a half went by. Now it's too late to do what I want to do, so I might as well just give whatever this distraction is another 2 hours. You can't become comfortable with that. Now granted, if your 9 to 5 is working towards whatever you want your career to be long term, kudos to you. And if that's truly fulfilling you, then do just that. But if you're here, it probably isn't. So what I'm saying is, do not get comfortable in the routine of a 9 to 5. You have plenty of time in your day to devote whatever time you need to your dream. Don't get comfortable with that paycheck, because that paycheck is not going to bring you fulfillment. It's not about the money, it's about peace. If you look up some of the richest people in this world, some of the biggest billionaires, some of the most sought out individuals in this world, they're depressed, they're killing themselves, they're not happy because they can't find inner peace. But that reason right there should give you enough motivation to not chase money, but to chase peace. And the only way you're going to get peace is by consistently waking up and being the person you want to be. For me, that's working out, and that's making YouTube videos, and that's just consistently being productive in anything that I want to do in my life. When I'm not, sometimes I want to blame the fact that I have to have a job, but it's not the job's fault. Over this year, like working a job, I'll say brings me so much, like the routine in my day, like on whatever days I'm working, it's great. I have all the motivation in the world. I'm happy, I'm up, I'm enjoying it. But then on my off days, sometimes when I lose that routine and that comfort, I just sit and I enjoy. I sit in my distractions. And all right, right here, I couldn't really like wrap my mind around what I was trying to say, but this is the worker's mindset. When I know I have to be somewhere, like say, this is mostly for work. Like when I know I gotta be somewhere for work, at that time, I do just that. If I'm at work and I need to do something because I know I have to do it for somebody, and it will stop me from getting something that I need, I do it. But when it's me wanting to go to the gym or it's me wanting to do a YouTube video, there's no set time that I'm just locked in, yo, I need to do this, I let it go by because it's not something I have to do. So we have to force our minds into having to do these things that are on our minds, because if we don't, we will become the working class for the rest of our lives. Can I blame my 9 to 5 for that? Or can I blame my hunger, my motivation, my will? How can you blame your 9 to 5 for not waking up and having enough focus to do whatever you want to do? God put you on this earth with free will. We got to survive. The government has us where they want us, to keep us comfortable. But I'm here to tell you, don't get comfortable and don't blame it. Just enjoy it and be thankful that you can even be able to wake up and work a job. You know, there's some people that's right now they're struggling to get a job. You know what I'm saying? They might have clicked this video for some happiness for why. You know what I'm saying? But this next segment right here is for the people that can have the audacity to open their mouth and say a 9 to 5 isn't for me. How can you feel so above everybody else? Why do you feel like your mind's the only mind that wants more? Why do you feel like you're the only one that doesn't want to work a 9 to 5? Take a second and think about that. There was not one kid growing up that didn't dream for more, that didn't dream for riches, that didn't dream for everything in this world. Greatness isn't for a few chosen people. It's for the people that wake up and consistently put themselves first and consistently put their goals first. You think your mom or your dad or whoever provided for you just woke up one day and said, this 9 to 5 is exactly what I want to do with my life. Like, there's nothing more. This right here is it for me. Are you a fucking clown? What is wrong with you? She doesn't. He doesn't. And quite frankly, they probably wanted to give up on that shit 10 years ago. But you're the reason that they kept going. And you're sitting here wasting years, wasting months, wasting days, doing nothing. You. The problem isn't your 9 to 5. The problem is you.